If you are looking into buying cheap and safe FIFA coins, look no further than footcoinshop.net. They have the fastest service, an incredible loyalty reward system, and the best prices around. Use my creator code Inception when you sign up for your account and get a 5% discount with your order. The way that the cards upgrade is basically like this, right? So we basically have the chart over here. You have the campaign upgrade, campaign launch November 17th. You have the +1 inform for 3 points, 6 points. You get a ×1 play style, a +1 inform upgrade on 10 points. Qualify is a plus inform upgrade, 5th upgrade January 10th, and then February 7th. You have a +1 inform upgrade as well, right? So this is basically how they're going to be upgrading these cards when it comes down to the upgrades of them. Players will represent pros in the next FC Pro live tournament, and it will get upgrades according to the pro's performance. Upgrades will give inform upgrades and weak foot skill move alternate position and play styles, right? So this is like an example of what could potentially happen with certain cards being improved. Now, as you can see here, from what Glasgow has told me, the pro players do not have a say of who they are going to be representing, right? So pro players do not have a choice what card they represent. So the best card can be linked with the person who favorite to get first rounded, right? So they didn't have a say in some of these cards, right? That's why I keep telling you guys that EA uses you as a promotion, but be a pro player to become a content creator, because, you know, that's all I'm trying to say. Okay, so the next one here is Simen, who is a French player, plays for Red Bull Leipzig, Bundesliga. Let me see what we have over here. Simen. How do you say his name? Simen. Let's take a look here. Simen. Okay. So this card, pace split is actually not bad. Slide tackle playstyle. Okay, so he has no defensive playstyle, so they definitely have to add a little bit of stuff there. On a shadow chemistry style, his pace will be improved, his defense will be improved, physical capabilities will be in a decent spot. But yeah, definitely a card that requires those long-term upgrades. If he gets a playstyle like it's showing over here, he needs like anticipate or something, man, because he has nothing. Slide tackle is like okay, but you need like anticipate or something, because that's not gonna really work out that well in my opinion. So that definitely needs to be adjusted for sure. Let's see what else we have here. Simen. This one's a good one. Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane was actually decent to use in the beginning. He got outdated at some point for sure, because he obviously gives you those Al Nassr links. So some people are obviously going to be interested in him in regards to that. But obviously the future improvements on the card would be a very huge variable to work with, because he actually has some pretty decent stuff, right? So playstyles, he's got rapid and flare, so nothing too crazy there. But in regards to his in-game capabilities, this card is formatted in a way where if he keeps getting improved in the dribbling department, it becomes a better card, right? Because even when I used him during that time period on the Hunter chemistry style, like in the beginning of the game, his dribbling was a little bit annoying to work with because it's in the 80s area, right? So putting in the 90s would definitely be very, very helpful for sure. But being in the 80s area, again, that's a part of the card that you definitely want it to be improved as much as possible, which he totally could get improved in the future, right? Play styles, obviously, maybe he gets like a finesse shot. Power shot and stuff is not really something that I'm super interested in, so I really hope that they don't do anything like that. But yeah, you can see here that it's earned by the pro player, right? So 3 points earned by the pro player, 6 points earned by the pro player, so on and so forth, right? Any way to watch their pro events for a horrible game. Next up we have here is Willian's card. Willian is actually a club legend for me. Back in the day for Foot, he used to have like a Foot birthday card. I think it was like a Foot birthday card. And I used that card for such a long time once I got it. It was genuinely one of the players that I used in my team for a while, to be honest. I don't know if he still has like the same capabilities. Let me see. Medium low work rates. I think that's been changed. I think back in the day he used to be a high. I could be wrong. Excuse me. Yeah, I think back in the day he used to be a high. I could like was he? Maybe he was. I feel like he was, man. I feel like he was. Playstyle is dead ball, technical flair. Card is formatted for a hunter, but he's the type of player that has a lower sprint speed than acceleration, so it really depends on how they actually end up improving him. if this ends up being the case with him. Let me see here. 10 points earned by for the inform, and that's only upgraded during those certain time periods as well. So you can get 2 playstyles. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. Malen. People always like, I don't know, on the internet, people always rate this card, but he's one of those cards that people rate on the internet, and I never see him in people's teams. Even the showdown, I think he got upgraded, and I still never saw him in people's teams. I don't know if it's like region based when people are like, oh, this card's amazing, and then I just never see them being used. But this card for this year's game actually has more potential. It does, because on a hunter, what I'm looking at is base card stats for dribbling being improved. I would say 2 different times at least, because he's 5'10", unique body type. So this card actually has a lot of potential. He's formatted nicely, to be fair. He's formatted nicely for the future in regards to a hunter or potentially a hawk as well, because base card stats for dribbling would be improved. But it just depends on how they actually end up improving him, because maybe you can give him a finisher in the future too, because finisher, you'd boost him in the dribbling department by a lot, but then his base card stats for pace would be higher. He's got first touch, trickster, quick step, trivella. He's got a couple playstyles as well, right? Which makes the card a little bit more interesting to work with. Phillips is probably gonna be the CDM type player. To be fair, I could see Phillips actually being a pretty decent price in the market. The reason being for this, how do you pronounce his name? Phillips. The reason being for this is because if he's still a medium high, yeah. So because he's a medium high work rated card, it adds to it, because when you go to the Premier League and you go to medium high, they don't really have a lot of options to work with unless you attain certain cards through the SBCs and stuff, right? So the main one that pops up for me is obviously Declan Rice. Sandro Tonali is a cheaper option, but Declan Rice is better than him in my opinion, for sure, like without a shadow of a doubt. You can see that some pro players were actually using Bruno Guimarães because he gives you the Brazilian link too. So that's how deep it is when it comes to like the medium high work rate. So again, I can see there's a certain variable there with the CDM position for Phillips. It was the same thing last year. Like last year, I think he went up in price by a bit because obviously he provides you very good links. Palinga is only extinct on the market right now because of inform fodder, right? Not really being readily available for a lot of people, right? But Phillips definitely could be a decent card if he has the right playstyles, especially. Let's see. Alvin Phillips. Long ball pass, intercept, slide tackle. Yeah, so he's got a few variables there, but he needs more, to be fair. Next up is this dude. I don't really know who this guy is, to be honest with you. Do they actually give these cards to pro players? Because do they actually, like, I don't know, do they have to use them at the events? Because that'd be a little bit crazy, man. Publicity stunt for Wara, publicity stunt for you. 2 likes on his silver. We don't even know what this guy is. Does he have a comment? Here before his FC Pro Live card bangs. I mean, it potentially could, to be fair. I mean, he's gotta do a lot of changes. Medium, 5'9". Yeah, there needs to be like massive improvements. Like this looks okay, actually. The thing is, though, is the links are like impossible with him. Like you would literally have to make a League 1 link. Who else are you gonna link with in this team? Sissoko? I never used this card, to be fair, so I actually have no idea what he's like. Shooting is on the lower side, so you probably have to give him like a... Is it weird that I would still give him a finisher? I need to boost that finishing as high as possible. That's just how I am. Yeah. That's interesting, though. Yeah. Interesting. What about a marksman? Marksman on the card. Am I stupid? There it is. Yeah, marksman. This card actually looks interesting. The shooting's on the lower side, but he actually looks pretty decent. That would be the main link, I think, with the Toulouse players. Or Toulouse. He's probably the only one, right? Yeah, just him for now. Okay. Playstyles, he has none. EA didn't even... They were like, I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is. Okay, so the 2 SBCs are Lozano. Eredivisie. I don't know if people are going to be too interested in this. Like, Lozano is interesting because it's Lozano, but it would be more interesting if he was from the Serie A. For the Eredivisie, I don't know how interested people are going to be in this. This one's going to depend. We'll do the review for them, obviously, but the other one's Locatelli. Locatelli had a showdown card last year. That was actually interesting. People rated him really highly, but there was like other options that were better, to be fair. Even when he got the showdown, I think there was better players. Lozano as an SBC. Okay, he has potential, because if I can give him a marksman and they give him the right improvements, like if they improve base card stats for pace, and then his dribbling is in the 90s area, then sure, you work with the lower balance, but his shooting is in a better area too. Like, that would be better. Especially on that marksman chemistry style, while being 5'9", lean body type. Physical stats improved. Yeah, there's potential with this one. Rapid quick step, Trivela whipped pass. Interesting. Interesting. Does Locatelli have a medium high? If he has a medium high, it adds to the card, to be fair. Okay. Yeah, because if he's medium high... excuse me. If he's medium high, he's your CDM on a mostly lengthy, on a shadow chemistry style. So this one has potential. Because he has a 4-star weak foot, he's 6'1". Does he have playstyles? He has no playstyles. Yo, Gold Chouamane is clear of so many CDMs in this game. Like, look at the playstyles of this. No defensive stuff for because guys, like, playstyles is such a huge deal this year, man. It's a massive deal. Like, look at the state of this. Look, 3.2k. Look at this, bro. Jockey and anticipate, bruiser, intercept. Like, I don't know, bro. And unless these upgrades are really good, this promo's looking like a dud. The last week for content has been really, really bad, to be fair. Makengo. Well, at least he's French. Center mid. Ooh, this one has potential, maybe. Let's see. Makengo. This one here. No playstyles. They have to do new stuff to him. Shadow chemistry style to boost pace and defense. High work rates, 5'10", average body type. He has potential. Maybe it could be like another... Nah, he needs massive improvements, let's be real. Objective player has not been leaked as of yet. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys, in regards to the players that we're working with. That's the promo. Honestly, this promo is not looking too crazy. I think honestly the main content that we're going to be getting that's going to be more interesting is obviously going to be the icon SBC that is apparently leaked, as well as the player of the month Mbappe. Those two are going to hopefully save us a little bit, because this last week was a really bad week. For some reason, EA wanted to create their own promo in their minds, where it's like, who are the most disliked cards possible? And they released Rapinoe and Sabitzer. So Sabitzer SBC, Warren SBC to release to people, man. Oh, dude, so funny. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.